Si on vous demande le nom d'un club auto qui rembourse votre franchise en cas d'accident, vous pensez à qui? Roule prend le relais là où votre assurance auto s'arrête. Roule, le premier club auto qui profite à tous, à condition de ne pas passer à côté.
we'll have the start of the Alpine Elf Cup Series at 13:25, so in about 4 minutes. And we're waiting for the cars to arrive on the grid, as there are also quite some people invited by Alpine here to join us this weekend for the races, and some people were even invited to be a guest on the grid of the Alpine Elf Cup Series. The cars are waiting in the pit lane for the green light at pit exit, so when they have the green light they can drive onto the track and then towards the start grid. From the start grid on, we will of course have a warm-up lap, and then after that lap we will start the race. And it won't even be just a warm-up lap, it will even be a formation lap, because we've got a rolling start for this coming race of the Alpine Elf Cup Series.
Si on vous demande le nom d'un club auto qui rembourse votre franchise en cas d'accident, vous pensez à qui? Roule prend le relais là où votre assurance auto s'arrête. Roule, le premier club auto qui profite à tous, à condition de ne pas passer à côté.
Nou, ik hoor hier alweer de Nederlandse tros Johan Akkerman, die misschien een podiumpositie kan verkrijgen. Nou, we gaan het zien. We just have some fans here of the Dutch driver Johan Akkerman, the number 324, who yesterday was also on the rostrum. And let's hope that he will be successful as well today. The cars have left the pit lane, now driving somewhere around corner 10 and 11 on the track. And we're just waiting for them to arrive at the start grid. And the funny thing is, the start time is 13:25. We had enough time to start on time. But still, we waited a very long time, and now we're too late for schedule. So always surprises me things that happen around the schedule for a weekend. But still, the Alpines are driving towards the start grid now in the number 13 corner, which is one corner away from the straight, where they now are in Arie Luijendijk corner. That's the last corner before entering the straight, and the first cars. And they will be on their grid positions here. Romain Monti is the number 10 car, and he will, as we call it, lead the pack for the start of the race. And the number 10 car is, well, you can't miss it, it's the yellow and blue one, which for us as commentators is really easy to follow. Then Leo Jousset with the number 4 car. It's the red and white car on second place. Then we go to the car on third, which is the number 31, Roe Meyuhas. It's a difficult name, and I hope I pronounce it well. It's the green and black car. And then on fourth position, we have the number 324, Johan Akkerman, which was just mentioned, and he drives the, what is it, the black, white and blue car, eh? And after Johan Akkerman on the right side, we find the number 74 car, Victor Weyrich, who was also on the rostrum yesterday. Now he has the black and gold colored Alpine. And then on sixth place on spot is number 38 car. It's also a black and green car, and that's the car of Lazar Lartigot. Then on 7th place we have Ivan Ovchenko, yesterday also at the podium. It's the white, yeah, what is it? White, black, green car, basically. And then on 8th position, Thibaut Bossy, the number 85 car, which is the red and black car on the grid. And then we go to 9th position, where we will find the number 88 car, which is the blue and white car of Matthias Cazot. And then on 10th position, is the number 13 car, which is the pink and blue car of Luca Desgrange. I just heard from one of the organizers. I said Desgrange, but it's Desgrange in French. So that's the number 13 car. Then we go to the 11th place on the start grid, which is the car of David Barrere. It's the black car with the cross on the roof. And then we have on the 12th place the number 77 car, which is the dark, light blue and dark blue car of Alain Giacono. And then the last on the grid at this moment is the number 3 car, which is the black car with the white cross on it. And that's the car number 3 of Paul Parantoin, who is currently the last, because we miss one guy, and that's Tom Verdier. It's the number 8 car, who had a terrible crash yesterday coming out of Hunsrug corner, and it was no fun because he hit the barrier quite hard. And I don't know how it is with him. I wish him all the best, and I hope he's fine, of course. But he's not there because the car was heavily damaged. Okay, so 13 cars on the grid with these beautiful, sleek, and really fast Alpines here. And we'll just wait for the signs. I think we're had the 1 minute sign already. So that means that we will start within a couple of seconds with the formation lap in the second race this weekend at the Zandvoort Summer Trophy 2025 for the Alpine Elf Cup Series. And there they go for their formation lap in this Alpine Elf Cup Series. We'll have a heat duration of 25 minutes and 1 lap, of course, at the moment they pass here the start line, which will be in about 2.5 to 3 minutes. And then the guy with the number 10 car, the yellow and blue Alpine of Romain Monti, he will be the one on pole position, so he will lead these race cars towards the start line, and when the lights are off they can all go full throttle towards that 25 minutes and 1 lap race. And there they go. The speed is slowly going up. And we'll just wait for the safety car that will leave the track via the pit lane. There is the white Alpine safety car in front. And the rest of the racing cars are really close to each other, with the yellow and blue Alpine of Romain Monti again. He is the guy on pole position, so he's driving on the side of the pit lane. And the lights are still on red. Let's see what happens. Red light still, and they are ready to go. And there the lights are off, and then we have started the race. 25 minutes. It's Romain Monti still in the lead, but one of the cars also going through the grass on the outside. It will probably Thibaut Bossy, the number 85 car. He lost a little bit of places there, but still the one on pole position is leading right now. And behind him we have the green and black car, number 36 of Roé Mehuas, who tries to get into the slipstream of the car of Romain Monti when they drive towards Rob Slotemakerbocht and its schijfvlak. And he tries to be as close to the leading car as possible, because after schijfvlak we'll have a tarmac that's pretty wide here on the track at Zandvoort. So corners 8, 9 and 10 are great corners to overtake if you are at the right position when you enter them. So we'll see it here. It's Monti who takes the white line, then the green and black car of Mehuas takes the wider line there. But again, he has also what to watch the car that's behind him. I think that would be Victor Weyrich, I think the number 74, but we'll see when they go over the start-finish line here at the straight. Then they go towards the number 11 corner, which is 90 degrees to the right, and then immediately a turn 180 degrees towards the next corner. And the whole field is still there. We didn't miss any car during this lap. We tried to see some guys overtake within corner number 13, but then I think they will lose some speed upwards to the main straight here towards Tarzan corner. So in the lead still Romain Monti, with behind him Roé Mehuas 3/10 of a second, and he really tried to take advantage with the slipstream, but it was too short at the moment. Third place then Leo Jousset, who came from pole position. Then fourth Johan Akkerman, whose lap time is too slow to compare at the moment with the three guys on front. Akkerman 1:52.224, which is a couple of tenths, around 3 tenths slower than Leo Jousset on third place. Then further in the middle of the field we have Thibaut Bossy, the number 85 car, and Matthias Cazot, the number 88 car, who passed Ivan Ovchenko and Lazare Latigo, both guys to 8 and 9 position. And then on 11 now David Barrere, who passed Alain Giacono in the fight for 11th. And the start is under investigation, so something went wrong with the start. So race control is checking that, and it might have consequences, it might not have consequences, depending on what's the outcome of this investigation. Still on the lead Romain Monti, but the guy behind him, Roé Mehuas, is hunting, and he tries everything. You see it in the corners. He tries on the left side, he tries on the right side, but also a lot of trying can eventually result in lack of speed. So he has to watch in his mirrors, because Leo Jousset is still there in the number 4 car. And he also wants to try to get to second position, of course. So maybe he can do something in the slipstream when they enter the straight here. Lap time of the leader, 1:51.010, which is the fastest lap time until now. Here they are. And I think Romain Monti has a little bit of comfort now. He had 3/10 of a second. But behind them is a battle for second. Jousset is placing an attack on the car of Roé Mehuas. And does it work or doesn't it work? Oh, I think it's Mehuas is now third. Now they're still side by side in Hugenholtz corner. And Leo Jousset has the lower line. Mehuas goes a little bit into the dirt, but has a lot of higher speed when you take the upper line of Hugenholtz corner. And I think although he went through the dust, he is on second, Leo Jousset. Is he or is he not? I think he is not, because the green and black car of Roger Mejugas is on second as far as I could see it right now. We'll check it here. Yeah, I think the green and black car of Mejugas, it's a difficult name for me, sorry for that, is indeed on second place. But the battle between Mejugas and Jousset led to something else, and that's that probably Johan Akkerman is ringing the bell door now. The number 324 is getting closer and closer to the two guys fighting for second position. The leader is relatively safe at the moment, Romain Monti. Then we have the green and black car of Roger Mejugas, and now we'll see what happens on third place, because I think there is a little bit of space in between them. But the fight for third place might start here on the straight, depending on the slipstream they have. Leo Jousset, Johan Akkerman and Victor Weyrich, I think that's the order in which they will pass. Is it or isn't it? Yes, it is. Jousset, Akkerman and Weyrich. Weyrich 4th behind Akkerman. Akkerman 4th behind Leo Jousset. Can be really interesting. A little bit further the backside, there's Lazare Latigo on place 8 with the number 38 car, and 9th now is Matthias Cazot, who lost 1 place to Latigo, the number 88 car of Cazot now on 9th, and at the back it's Alain Jaconot who wins 1 place, and David Barrere goes to 12, so drops 1 place. So the more they are battling behind Romain Monti, the more he can walk away or drive away from Mejugas and Jousset. Difference at start-finish was more than 1.5 seconds. And the number 36 car of Mejugas was driving a little bit more away from Leo Jousset, because Leo Jousset is battling with Johan Akkerman for 3rd place. So that could, maybe something could happen here on the straight, or maybe already within the combination of turn 11, turn 12 there. Yeah, what the guys behind Romain Monti should do is work together, first to gain some extra speed by performing a good slipstream action, and then together drive to Romain Monti and then start their battle again. But what they're now doing is giving Monti the chance to drive away from them and increase the difference between the 1st and 2nd. Leo Jousset, who does the attack again, tries again at Tarzan corner, but yeah, his speed is okay. The fastest lap is driven by Leo Jousset, the number 4 car in the field, 1:47.426. He is a little bit less than 4/10 faster than Roger Mejugas, but he could not overtake towards Tarzan, so maybe he has to wait 1 lap more to crawl a little bit closer to the number 36 car, and then place his attack in the next lap. And the battle for 2nd is really on between Mejugas and Leo Jousset. Mejugas still on 2nd, Jousset behind him, but behind Jousset is Johan Akkerman in the number 324 car. And he is slowly closing up on the two in front of them. And if Akkerman does his best very well, then he might surprise both of them when they are really fighting in one of the corners and pass two at the same time. But that will be the ideal situation, of course, for Johan Akkerman. This race we only had one swap for positions, and that's that Lazar Lartigo, the number 38 car, passed Ivan Ovchenko, the number 97 car, in the battle for 7th position. Both drivers obviously driving in different championship. So Lartigo is driving the juniors championship, and Ivan Ovchenko is driving the it's not the, how do we call it, the CHA, the Challenger Championship. Yeah, always when I see CHA, I think about championship, but not about the Challenger. So that's really confusing me every time. The whole weekend already. And car number 77 gets a warning flag for driving standards. So Alain Jacot now gets a warning flag for driving standards. And the start again is under investigation, but we knew that already. And that means that Alain Jacono, who is leading the gentleman's class for Barrère and Parentoin, must be driving a little bit more friendly-like in order to be able to win his own class. Then Lazare Latigo with one plaque ahead again on 6th place past Thibaut Bossy, the number 85 car now on 7th position. What's the lap time of Lartigo? 1:48.966, 1:49.425 for Bossy. Yeah, well, he clearly was like half a second per lap less faster than Lartigo. So Lartigo is underway, but has to improve his lap times because 1:48.9 is about a second slower, more than a second slower than the guys in front of him. So now Lartigo must decide if he is able to drive at least a second faster to be able to drive towards Victor Waris, who is about 5.8 seconds ahead of him. But with 13 minutes to go, I doubt if Lartigo would be able to drive to 5th position unless something happens, of course, at the front. Still going well with Romain Monti, the yellow and blue Alpine at the front. Then Romain Mehugas has a small gap towards Leo Jousset. It's like, 10 meters or something, but it's enough to be relatively safe, as Jousset has to be more careful with the guy behind him. It's a number 324, Johan Akkerman, on 4th. And we saw a penalty of one of the cars. I'll just have to check. I think it's Thibaut Bossy, but I have to check again. The number 85 car. Yeah, he gets 5 seconds time penalty for causing a collision. Number 85 car, Thibaut Bossy, 5 seconds time penalty for causing a collision. And that means that he will indeed drop up at least 3 to 4 places when it stays like this. So 5 seconds for Thibaut Bossy. And I think, I'm not sure, it has to do something with the start. Turn 12 contact between car number 85 and 97 is noted. So that's between Thibaut Bossy, who already has a penalty, and Ivan Ovchenko. So race control is checking that. But we will just wait until we see something that says if there is a time penalty or not. How much time do we have left? 10 minutes and 40 seconds.
Now, what makes this race interesting, apart from the battles going on for second position, is that the leader of the championship is losing points this weekend. So that means that the championship will be tighter after this event, because so far all 4 previous races this season in Nogaro 2 and in Spa 2 have been won by the leader Leo Jousset, who is now in 3rd position. So basically, so far, not in winning position. In the first race, he made the mistake. He might have lost time in the first race with his car misfiring or something, maybe a brief electrical problem, and then later on he tried to make up and he wound up in the gravel bed of Tarzan Corner and finished 11th.
And sometimes an electrical problem occurs when the driver by accident hits one of the buttons and then something goes off and they have to find out what they did wrong, more or less.
Yeah, that happened. And later on he tried to make up this Leo Jousset, and he wound up in the gravel bed. So it was double trouble for him. He did get away, so he did finish in 11th position, but that will not have helped him to many points. So while he's leading the championship by 35 points, that'll be much less after this weekend. And it is indeed the number 2 and the number 3 in the championship that are, well, back in business, so to speak, with Victor Weyrich winning the first race and Romain Monti now leading the second race. So while they had only amassed 50 and 48 points against the 85 of Leo Jousset, they are getting closer to the leader of the overall classification of this season, the so-called Classement Général for the Alpine Elf Cup Series. 8 more minutes to go in this race, and it's 3 pro contestants leading Monti, Meuas and Jousset, but it's Johan Akkerman who's also following really well. It's right behind the tail of Jousset, and Akkerman is the best of the challengers and is as quick as the pros in front. And with Tom Verdier, who crashed in Hans Ernst Corner this morning, I think it was. But it's been a long weekend, so we keep losing track of time every now and then. The other 13 cars are all still running, which is good. They are not running each other off the tarmac. And Romain Monti leading by 2.5 seconds, and the next group within 1.5 seconds from each other.
We have in the pro class now Romain Monti, Roé Mejuras and Leo Jousset on place 1, 2 and 3, and Victor Weyrich on place 4. Then in the, there we go again, the Challenger Championship. Johan Akkerman is leading that one before Thibaut Bossy on 2nd and Ivan Ovchenko on 3rd. And then in the junior class, it's Lazare Latigo on 1, Matthias Cazot on 2 and Luca Degrange at 3. And in the Gentleman Cup, it's Joconno Barrère and Parentoin who are 1, 2, and 3 with still 5.5 minutes to go. And basically the excitement is in the second group with Roé Mejugas, Leo Jousset and Johan Akkerman. They are really close battling there. I think Romain Monti goes like he goes, and that's that he will probably be the winner of this race. But behind him, it's not yet done.
And now Jousset is very close to Mejugas. He comes out of the slipstream, goes to the left-hand side at the end of the straight. Late braking, some twitching of the car of his Alpine A110, but he doesn't make it. Can he stick his nose on the inside? No, he can't for turn 2 sideways, and it almost seems like he's losing another. He will lose another place because it's Akkerman now up to third position. Warning flag, track limits for car number 74, Victor Weyrich, the winner of the first race yesterday. He's not got a fantastic race this time around. Johan Akkerman has the Dutch challenger who's really doing well this weekend. He's getting better and better and better. He's not a pro yet according to the rules of the Alpine Elf Cup Series, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's next year with results like he's hopefully reaching now. I see that the start is still under investigation. I wasn't here at the start because I was doing a podium ceremony. How bad was it, Arthur?
I don't think it was bad at all. One car got a little bit of the dirt on the left side of the track, so through the grass. And that was the only thing I noticed. I don't think it was a false start or something like that, was it? I've not seen very strange thing, but again, race control has more cameras, has more views, can replay stuff, so they can see more than we do.
Yeah, and if somebody goes over the grass, it's either because they're overly ambitious trying to overtake somebody or have to do avoiding action, and that's always tricky. Akkerman now challenging Mejugas, not getting close enough, just not getting close enough with Leo Jousset.
But
also,
Leo Jousset is of course passed by Akkerman now. If it's still,
yeah, he was.
he was.
We saw that happen last lap, but
Jousset
Akkerman
is losing speed at the moment.
Yeah, the man that won all 4 races so far this year at the other events at Nogaro, at Spa, doesn't have a weekend as good as those. In practice, he was still doing okay. I think he was on pole position for the first race. But yes, he made a mistake. He was leading. He lost traction for a moment. Then he lost the car altogether in Tarzan corner. And but well, he's a pretty good driver, so he'll be putting pressure on Johan Akkerman, who's now ahead of him, the best of the challengers, with 2 minutes to go. And oh, there's a car standing right across the escape road. Let's hope it can leave rather quickly now, because they're on the all the way over the edge, coming out of Hans Ernst corner, turn 12, and that will probably mean that Leo Jousset is now really in trouble, and it's up to Mejugas and Akkerman to decide who'll be second in the race. There's 2 more laps to go. Akkerman is challenging Mejugas, but not close enough again, like in the last corner. And it's Jousset now being put under considerable pressure by Victor Weyrich, who won the first race. And there's lap and a half more to do battle for second position and for 4th position.
Yeah, and obviously some of the cars are a little bit slower this lap because they had that yellow flag in Tarzan corner, and I think at the end it would be Oh, here we have some damage of the one that's driving by. We had Paul Parantoin, and Alain Giacono goes back to 12, but he has a lot of damage on the backside of his car, the number 77 car. And then I think the victim of what happened in Tarzan Corner, the car that stood there for a while, was David Barrera, the number 25, who drives at the track, I think still, but is way behind with only 15 seconds to go. And the last lap will be the next lap within this race of the Alpine Elf Cup Series. Is David Barrera still driving or not, the number 25 car? I don't see him on the tracker anymore.
The track is not very accurate this weekend, so I'm not sure about that. Barrera was the one who was in the gravel bed this morning during qualifying, but then in the Schijfvlak corner now broadsided. And at the end of the straight, it's Akkerman again on the attack on the left-hand side, on the outside, going into Tarzan corner, but again not making it, trying to make a switch back on the inside, doesn't make it work, so it's still Mayoas in second position, Akkerman in third. And is there a battle for fourth position? I don't think so. I think, oh yes, not anymore, because Leo Jousset simply past Victor Weyrich, or kept in front of him at least, and there's now more than a second between them. So Jousset is probably safe in fourth position. Is Mayoas safe in second position against Akkerman, who seemed to make a mistake into Schijfvlak? He had a funny line. Maybe his speed was just a bit too much. He had to take avoiding action into Schijfvlak. So Akkerman not challenging Mayoas anymore, but maybe being challenged by Jousset.
Yeah, he only had a little bit more than 1 second at the last time they passed the start-finish line. So one mistake of Akkerman could mean he will lose his third position in this race. Not eventually his Challenger Championship, but yeah, it would be in the overall results of the race. But we will see. We're in the last lap, and the leader is Romain Monti. The number 10 car is in his in corner number 13. So now driving to the last corner, the banked Arie Luijendijk corner here, and will show up on the straight with the yellow and light blue Alpine Elf car. Here he will win, flashing with his headlights. A great win from the guy here. Then the second place is for Roé Mehugas in the number 26 car on 1.8 seconds. Then Johan Akkerman still third on 1.3 behind Mehugas, but 3.1 behind Romain Monti. Then fourth overall Leo Jousset, fifth Victor Weyrich, sixth Lazare Lartico. In the pro class we have Romain Monti taking the win in front of Roé Mehugas and Leo Jousset. In the Challenger Championship, Johan Akkerman wins before Ivan Ovchenko and Thibaut Bossy.
Yeah, and look at the difference between Ovchenko and Thibaut Bossy, who've been battling all the while for that second position in the Challenger class, and in the end there's only 1.13 seconds between them. And then the
I think it's only a bit more than 1/10, to be honest. The difference between Ovchenko. Oh, you said 1.1 seconds. Okay.
0.13.
Yeah. So it's really close indeed, the ones after a full race of battling. And then in the gentleman class we have Paul Parantoin, Alain Giacono and David Barrera. But there are some guys who have penalties, and there are some items under investigation, so we don't know for sure. But anyway, it has been a nice race with a winner that takes it all, let's say it like this, with 1.8 second advance on the number second. Romain Monti wins this race of the Alpine Elf Cup Series here at Zandvoort.
And we're about to conclude the live stream of this Alpine Elf Cup Race 2 here at the Summer Trophy in Zandvoort, with Romain Monti winning and beating Roé Mehugas and Johan Akkerman. That's the last of the two races of the Alpine Elf Cup Series here this weekend. They've done 2 qualifying sessions, 2 races, and let's hope they're all happy having been here, having raced here with these lovely cars on this fantastic track. So that concludes our live stream. Thank you very much for watching and listening.